Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
70% of divorces that happen over 40 are initiated by women. Okay, why is that? Well, as she loses these hormones, there are so many brain changes that are happening. And because she doesn't understand herself, she thinks it's your problem. She thinks it's her teenage kid's problems. She thinks it's her aging parents' problem. She thinks it's work's problem. She doesn't go, oh, okay, wait, I've got some neurochemical changes going on in my brain that I need to make sure that my lifestyle supports. Since that conversation isn't open, she turns on everybody else. For years, I had so many women that came into my clinic and they said, whatever you do, please help me stay out of my doctor's office. And I was like, why? Because they don't understand me. And when they don't understand me, all they do is give me an antidepressant. And I feel so lost in what I'm supposed to do to help my own.
What's up, everybody? It's 8 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked into your favorite eating right. It's your boy, Joe Lockett, and nephews in the building on a messy Monday. If you guys just tuning in right now, wherever you're tuning in to us at, you're locked in on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, or X. And, you know, if you missed the show, you can check it out on Spotify at Joe Lockett Show. We're in the building on a messy Monday. How y'all doing out there, man? If you guys just missed that clip that we played, it basically was saying 70% of women, 70%, I said it again, 70% of women, if a divorce is filed over 40, it's done by 70% of women. And she kind of went into details of why the rate is so high over 40 when a woman is asking for a divorce because she goes through changes. And we're going to be talking about that on a messy Monday on the Joe Lockett Show. How was y'all weekend? HR Babes in the house. Erica's in the house. Shorty in the house. SCB is in the house. I see Towns with the Yams in the building. Rachel, how you doing, baby? E, what is this? Ed, what's going on? Choice, what's going on? Janice, how you doing? Derek, what's going on? Lenny, how you doing? Lindell, Lifey, Timothy, how y'all doing, man? Thanks for locking into the show. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I only got 27 likes. You know, the likes are free. Hit the like button, bust the bubble. Let's go. All right. I also want today on the show because I know we got nephew. How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, what's up with this heat?
I don't know, but you know me, I hate the heat.
I love it. I love the heat. That's why I got my yellow shirt on today.
Look at you.
Looking like, I'm here looking like Big Bird. What's up, Lady J? You know what I mean? I'm looking like Big Bird. Hey, Anita. Y'all like my yellow shirt?
I need the cold weather back. This is
no, I love the hot weather.
This is trash.
Oh no, I love the hot weather. Y'all hit the like button, share the video out there. Make sure y'all just chime in. Let us know where you're chiming in from. For all that new listeners stopping by, let us know where you're chiming in from. What city and state? We'll give you a shout out here on the Joe Lockett Show.
Shout out to Colorado. I wish I was out there. I
with Deion Sanders.
Yeah, man. They got bearable summers
because
they have very bearable, intolerable summers.
See, I like it. Lady J comes in and busts the bubble real quick. I think that's for y'all. Hit the big old hard button like Lady J did.
Shout out to Lady J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I was outside today. I just got back in and I'm liking the summer weather. Before I get into the show, let me tell you why. It's sundress season, sir.
You ain't see no sundresses.
Oh, I saw sundress. I'm over there in the hood. You see
what
sundress.
That mean?
What's that supposed to mean? The sister's out.
Man, the hood folks is not wearing sundresses. They wearing booty shorts. They wearing what else?
No, sir. I just left them over there. I was over there in Smithfield, and I was over there in Cooper Greeny a little while ago. The sundress is out, sir.
Smithfield ain't wearing no sundresses. Now the Cooper Green area probably.
You gonna tell me what I just saw?
Yeah.
You send your little funky ass over here in the air conditioner. You gonna tell me what I just really, sir? Yeah. All right, we got Jacksonville, Florida in the house.
Somebody got to tell you wrong, Joe.
Well, telling me I'm wrong don't mean I'm wrong, okay? I know what I saw. Next time I'm just gonna walk up to the lady, man. Can I take a picture and you go ahead and I'm gonna do a video with her and say, what side of town are we on, ma'am? So I can go ahead and show you.
She might be flattered.
Tam said, I love the hot weather, love my new sundress. Huh?
No, she said, I said she might be flattered. Oh, Joe Lockett want a video with me?
Well, she should be. All right, y'all. Hey, so what I want to get into this show on today, man, check it out, y'all. Is it okay? And I'm going to be real messy, so y'all just know this is going to be a messy Monday on the Joe Lockett Show. So I'm going somewhere with this after entertainment news. Is it okay if you're in a relationship or if you're married? Is it okay for you to change your mind? Now, yeah, of course, it's okay for you to change your mind. No. You went into the relationship saying one thing, and a couple of years into the relationship, or a couple of years into the marriage, you decide that you change gears and go in the opposite direction of, let's just say, work, schooling, lifestyle, right?
I thought you were change your mind with them.
No, you still want to stay in a relationship, but a lot of times in relationships, right? People get married and someone changes their mind and it breaks up the relationship or it changes the dynamic of the relationship. And so I want to know, like, when people are getting married or you're in these relationships, are you open to a person changing their mind and then staying with them? Because it could be something total polar opposite. Just say, for example, they went to school, right? And went into this career. 3 years in, they decide, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do this. I'm going to sit at home for 3 or 4 months, figure out what I want to do, and then I want to do something else. Is that going to be okay for you? Do you love a person enough for them to evolve and change into something different? Are you okay if your mate decide to cut off all their hair? Are you okay if your mate decide to become a vegan? Are you okay for change in your relationship? Is your relationship big enough to have change? We're going to talk about that right here on the Joe Lockett Show. So don't y'all go anywhere, because this is going to get very interesting. Because now I want to see, nephew, how much you really love me. How much you really love her. Or is you just love me because what I was doing was agreeable to you? We're going to talk about that. All right, so you guys hang tight. It's the Joe Lockett Show. We got Trustville, Titusville, Florida. Kissimmee. I know where Kissimmee is. I used to live close out there in Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, Florida?
Yeah.
Hello, any part of Florida, y'all crazy. Any part.
Man, Florida is good, though. I love Florida, bro.
I like Florida. I like visiting Florida.
I love Florida because you wake up in the morning. Hey, Renee, I love me some Florida, bro.
Yeah.
Constant Sunflower. Anytime you want a visitor, let me know. I'll come down to Florida.
I couldn't stay out of Florida.
I can live it, but Florida weather year round is good, bro.
Hell no.
Florida weather round is year round is good. That's the only place you can wake up in the morning and go to the beach. Anytime you want to.
All of them ain't going to the beach. That is specific areas, and that's more of a tropical environment.
Stephanie, hold that thought. I'm gonna put your thought up here, Stephanie, because I want y'all to hold your thought. Just letting y'all know where the show gonna be set at. Stephanie says at the beginning their mind should be open to improvement for the both of them, but it may not be an improvement. It may just be an improvement for the one person. But like I said, hold your thoughts on that. We're gonna get to it. Hey, D. So you guys just locking in. We got a lot to get into. 7% of women over 40 initiate a divorce. We want to know why. And also, is it okay to change your mind? I'm being messy as hell. They launched the rockets from the hood. We have 12 beaches here in Pasadena.
Pasadena?
No, this is Linda. Linda.
See that you can't even pronounce a Florida spot.
Gabe says, seeing guys with 5 years and baby mama tracks his location. She wants to be with him. He doesn't. Oh, this is gonna get good. Oh yeah, this is gonna get good. All right, y'all. So we got y'all hold those thoughts. Keep hitting the like button. We got entertainment news coming up with Cliffside Entertainment News.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's Cliffhanger.
Love it. I just love it.
It played all the way through this time.
I know, right?
Improvement.
That's crazy. All righty.
Thank you, Gator. for the fall. Hey, Pink.
First
Hey,
things
Medina.
first with
What we got?
today.
What we got?
We got some pretty easy stuff to get into today.
Okay.
First, I want to say a very happy congratulatory. Just congratulations. You ain't got to say congratulatory or nothing like that. But congratulations to Sha'Carri Richardson. You know, she just broke the 100-meter dash record, and now she's, for this year anyway, she is designated as the fastest female in the world.
That is good, man. And I hope they don't pop her on nothing, man. So
no. She's been doing been doing really good.
No, she's been doing really
how she do her stuff.
No, she's been. I'm saying pop on no count of drugs or anything. I hope
that's what I'm saying.
Natural. Yeah. So
yeah. That part, man. She been handling her business.
Yeah. Congratulations,
love to see it. They had Snoop Dogg do the commentary for the whole thing, which is hilarious. I don't care what Snoop Dogg do, you gonna get him a job somewhere. He gonna put the work in.
Snoop is
legendary, bro.
Man,
I love
me say
Snoop Dogg.
Reinvent himself a million times. I love that.
And not hold back.
Yeah,
like he wouldn't do anything. But this ain't about Snoop. We know how great he is, but all the credit in the world to Sha'Carri Richardson. She had a family out there.
Yeah.
They saw her break the records over there with the Olympics. I think this is still like the sectionals until they get to the big Olympic games. Either way, that was amazing to see. That was amazing to hear from. Black excellence at its greatness.
Yeah.
Hey man, shout out to her.
Shout out to Florida and the convertibles. That's what I'm talking about.
Jesus,
they're back down. They convert weatherman with the wind.
Now shout out Florida in that respect. They do be. They whips be them in Mississippi. Them whips be clean.
Hey,
bro. Hey, y'all crazy, but y'all crazy enough for that track to be fire.
After 5 in Florida, it's a vibe.
Hold on. Yes, hold on. That part of Florida, I like. That part of Mississippi and Houston, fire. Them low riders is dirty,
bro. After 5 in Florida,
man, I give y'all that, bro.
Listen,
and see they underrated for that.
See, I'm with you, Coach Sunflower. You said the same thing I said. I used to wake up every morning when people come to vacation. I used to love that, bro. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Because y'all, hold up. If my state was a vacation spot, that pissed me off. Because I'd be tired of seeing all y'all out of towners.
But see,
I'd be real.
But on season, off season though, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when I want to take my girl to Disneyland,
ew,
we can go. You know what I'm saying?
Don't take her to Disneyland. Don't take her to no
Universal.
Universal is, yeah.
You can take her to Universal. Take her to the beach.
Universal.
All the concerts go through Florida. All the concerts go through Florida, baby.
Look, I know what Florida is. God,
okay, Florida's a destination spot, baby.
Look, I'm hating on them. I don't care.
And and the houses got screened-in swimming pools. Okay,
not all of them.
Most of them do though, bro. Most of the houses in Florida got them screened-in swimming pools. Most houses in Florida. Well, I lived in Orlando.
Orlando definitely.
Yeah, do. I lived in Orlando, Florida. So.
Orlando definitely do. Miami definitely do.
Yeah,
and I think parts of Tampa.
Yeah, man. Everybody, bro. A house, when you had a house, the house automatically had the screen-in pool with it in the back, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
that ain't finna stop me from hating on y'all.
So, bro, you can get up. You can get up in the morning, right? Drink you some coffee, go take a quick swim, dry off, take a shower, then go to work. What the hell? What? Man, come on, bro. Nice.
Do not care. I'm still hating on y'all. Anyway, to the next. Shouts out to Mo Black Excellence today. All right, this is a messy Black Excellence Monday.
Well, damn. Okay, say that 2 times.
A messy Black Excellence Monday. Woo!
Don't do it no more, bro. Don't just stop. You did good, sir. You did good.
A messy Black Excellent Monday. See that? That was my best one. Third time charm.
Don't do it no more. Let's go.
You make me sick. Anyway, shout out to Prince, Fantasia, Nia Long, Busta Rhymes, and others. 2025, they finally have the Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Prince is dead.
Which is the only
Wait a minute. Prince didn't have us.
Joe.
Wait a minute.
Literally my only gripe with this.
Wait a minute, Prince.
Why the?
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
Why? Prince didn't have a.
Yes, he did not have a Hollywood. Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder do.
Prince didn't have one.
Prince did not have a Hollywood.
Oh hell no! No. Really? I could have, bro. If somebody would have said, "Do Prince got a star?" I said, of course.
It was a no-brainer. But
what class he went in with?
2025.
He should have went in 1999.
Look, any year that wasn't in the 2020s,
But what I'm saying is, who he went in with? That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Buster,
Let's not discredit
Fantasia.
Because
No, I'm going to. They're not on Prince level.
Joe, of course, they would say they're not on Prince level, but
Prince should have been in.
hey, hold on.
You putting them in with Fantasia from American Idol? Buster, man, stop it. I love them. Don't get me wrong.
Had a great year.
She ain't had a great career like Prince. Neither have Busta Rhymes. And who else he got?
It's some other folks. Hold on. Nia Long.
Neil, but really? We putting Prince with Neil Long? This what we doing? This what they doing to Prince?
Oh,
I ain't mad, but I'm just saying, you Hollywood, Star Fame, whatever the hell y'all missed the mark on this one here.
Now,
Prince should have been in.
It was a number of at least 30 folks with the Hollywood Walk of Fame's categories. They doing motion pictures, television, live theater, live performance, radio, recording.
How Snoop Dogg get a star before Prince? I just thought about that. First of all, I want to thank me.
Snoop got one.
I know, but what I'm saying, how he get one before Prince? Because first of all, I want to thank me. No, last of all, I want to thank me.
Wait, but this was the categories. So I'm sure he probably already had a star. They probably just giving him another.
Okay.
Because I'm with you. Because I just went through the categories right now.
Because ain't nowhere in the hell
motion pictures, television, live. I'm pretty sure Purple Rain is why.
Okay, well, if he just get one for the movie Purple Rain, I'm okay with that. But his music, hell no. Hell no. He should have been got a star on it. I mean, I don't know if he got one, but if he ain't got one for music, man, no, they need their ass whoop on that one.
Look, I'm with you all day with that.
Yeah, but congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, I throw him a caveat. Maybe that's just for
his
movies. But yeah, man, shouts out to Buster and Nia and Fantasia to go in with Prince. Period.
Yeah,
I put that on my jacket.
And for Fantasia to get one this early, man, that's cool.
Fantasia like 40, man.
Yeah, but I mean, she ain't been in the business as long as these guys. She been in about a few. She been in a minute, but she ain't been in as long as Buster.
No. She ain't been in as long as Buster.
Neil Long.
Definitely
Prince.
Not Neil Long.
Prince.
We already put him.
But what I'm saying, these folks been in the 80s. Fantasia came in the late 90s or the early 2000s.
It was about 2000s.
Okay,
it was about 2000.
So everybody in that's like what I'm saying.
08 or 09, one of them.
And so these people from the 80s and the 90s just getting in the 2000s. Fantasia in the 2000s got in the 2000s.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying. So like I said, it's early. I'm not mad that she's in, but what I'm saying is early.
But even still, like if I'm going back to the categories, it looked like most of this is for motion pictures and live theater, radio, television. If anything, she might have the best case out of all of them because she's been on Broadway. She's been doing.
Now, one thing I can say
on Broadway.
Now, one thing I can say, man, and I'm not trying to be funny, but when Fantasia came in, she couldn't read, she couldn't do none of this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't proficient at it. And to see this woman develop herself and tear her truth in front of the world and get better at it and then make money, fail, and do all the things in front of the world, man. And this is no knock. I am not talking shit. I am saying kudos to Fantasia, her lovely husband that shows nothing but love for his black queen. Man, congratulations to Fantasia and everything she has done and went through. She deserves it. And I would tell any little black girl that's watching, man, watch Fantasia. She didn't have it all, but she had a talent. And she took that talent and she got better and better and better and better. And if Fantasia can do it, little girls, I can tell y'all anybody can do it. I'm proud of Fantasia, man.
Yeah, shout out to Fantasia.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And now, lastly on the list,
What we got?
Mo Black Excellence. Shout out to Luda. Ludacris.
Luda put me on the map. He taught me something. I mean, he taught me how to categorize my life. I got.
Oh my God, no, we're not doing that.
In area codes. I got.
But hold up. But seeing that you did that,
yeah,
he was supposed to have a concert out there in Milwaukee, but I guess it was raining during that time, so they had to cancel the whole thing.
I saw that. And he went into the store and he gave him something.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
all for free.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He wasn't for free though. He got paid. So
no, that was a free concert.
No, but he got paid on the concert, bro. that he has a retainer fee. He got paid. Even if the shows don't do, but he get insurance, he get paid.
Not what they got from the
No,
concert
what he
that
did.
was canceled.
No,
I'm
but
talking about the one that he did in the spot.
I
That
saw the
was for
spot.
free. That was for free.
He didn't do the concert he got paid to go do, so he still got paid.
Okay.
The people who saw
you're
him,
trying to be technical.
no, the people who saw him didn't have to pay him. But what I'm saying is, Luda did not stop his whole day and go into the mall and say, "I'm gonna do something for free." He got paid. He was already paid. He gave them something because he got paid. But shout out to Luda.
Shout out to Luda, man. That has
He
been.
hate when I do that.
Yeah, whatever. I do. Because it pisses me off. Anyway,
Because it's the truth, though.
shout out to Ludacris and
Them
others.
JBL speakers, he bought it with that money they paid him. The 2 JBL speakers, the big JBL speaker when he was playing the songs, you know, that check that he got, the down payment, they bought that.
Can Black just be excellent for a minute without you being messy?
I'm being factual, sir.
God, oh
Thank you, Aqua Woman. I'm being factual.
man, that's been the topics for today. If y'all enjoyed it, you had fun, please go back, like, share, and make sure you subscribe while you at it. God, oh.
Thank you for the yellow. Hey, they liking my Bumblebee shirt, man.
Word.
Yeah, Aqua Woman just gave me some props. She said,
You do kind of look like Bumblebee the Transformer.
I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, call me Big Bird, Bumblebee, whatever the hell y'all want to call me. I'm gonna wear my yellow. You know what I'm saying? All right, listen, I'm gonna wear my bright color because a dark and bright colors on a dark skinned brother looks good. I don't give a damn what you say.
It's all right.
All right, Troy Vance. P did drop a TD Jakes.
What? Wait. What?
I don't. I'm not going. Okay, I don't even know why I read that. I think that's a troll.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't set me up like that. I ain't even got your stuff queued in over here. You about to throw me all the way off.
Tam said Orange does it. Thank you, Tams. Appreciate it. Everybody said they liking my yellow shirt, man.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
Say orange?
Yeah, I think. Don't I have an orange shirt that I wear sometimes? I think I do. Yeah, I do. I ain't never had an orange shirt.
I've never seen you in an orange shirt. I didn't see you in every other color outside of orange. Now that I think about it.
But I know why she's saying orange though, because she's a Tennessee.
Oh my God! Stop promoting y'all lameness. Y'all probably worse than Florida.
But they always got to get their shots in some kind of way. They can't get it in during the football season, so they got to do it off season.
You got to do off season shit. Like, leave it alone.
You need my sunglasses, or you can have them, man. Hey, I got. You know what I should have did, nephew. Check this out. You see, nephew, check this out.
Oh, you put it with the yellow.
Oh.
So you want the contrast? Today.
I was contrasting, but let me go ahead and I got an area code. All right, y'all locked into your favorite evening, right? It's your boy Joe Lockett, Lady J is in the building. Appreciate you guys for locking in with us. Hunter Green, I wear that usually during the winter or fall months. But anyway, let's get into the show, y'all. I got a lot I want to get into today. So, Matthew, can you pull that clip up one more time? Because I do want to hear that clip before I go into the rest of the topics here. I hope you guys had a great weekend. On this show, if you're new to the show, do me a favor, subscribe, like, follow. If you're on TikTok, continue to hit the like button. But you guys, if you can follow the show on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube at Joe Lockett Show. If you missed the show, you just want to listen to it in your car, you guys can go to Spotify. It's at Joe Lockett Show. So we're on all social media platforms. And we just announced last week, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, we're on X now. So So last week we're on X now. So thank you guys so much for that. So our platforms are continuously growing. And some people may see, you got 14 people, 20 people, 30 people. But by the end of the show, most days, y'all, we have anywhere between 800 to 1,500 people that stops in on our shows. Over a week's time, we have anywhere from 10 to 15,000 people that watch our shows throughout the week. So I want to say, everybody, thank you for hanging around. Thank you for helping us grow our show. Since we left radio in October of last year, we have grown at least about 50%. We did not lose anything. We have continued to gain each month. So thank you guys so much for that. She says, Cookie says she needs some of the sunglasses because my shirt is so bright. She needs some sunglasses. So thank you guys so much. So we got that clip pulled up.
Yeah, we got.
All right, so pull it. Let's play that clip. And ladies, I want y'all to kind of chime in on this and tell me what you ladies are thinking here.
70% of divorces that happen over 40 are initiated by women. Okay, why is that? Well, as she loses these hormones, there are so many brain changes that are happening.
Turn it up.
And because she doesn't understand herself,
It don't sound good.
She thinks it's your problem. She thinks it's her teenage kid's problems. She thinks it's her aging parents' problem. She thinks it's work's problem. She doesn't go, oh, okay, wait, I've got some neurochemical changes going on in my brain that I need to make sure that my lifestyle supports. Since that conversation isn't open, she turns on everybody else. For years, I had so many women that came into my clinic and they said, whatever you do, please help me stay out of my doctor's office. And I was like, why? Because they don't understand me. And when they don't understand me, all they do is give me an antidepressant. And I feel so lost in what I'm supposed to do to help my own brain health, help my own body health. And we start dishing out supplements and prescriptions when there's a lifestyle that women are working against. 70%.
So I want to talk about this, ladies, because I found that interesting that 70% of divorces for women over 40, if you're over 40, are initiated by women. And what she's saying is basically it's because of a lifestyle change, a hormonal change, and they don't realize that women don't realize that they're going through this. And so they start to act out at everybody else and blaming other people when really sometimes it's them. That's very interesting because when you look at it, that is when, because, you know, we've talked about it on the show, nephew, that when somebody get a divorce, like you've been married for 26 years and you very rarely see the man come in and say, I want a divorce after, 15, 20 years. We're like, man, it is what it is. I'm a lover. We're going to make this thing work. But a woman will come back quickly and say, man, I got to live my life. I'm out of here. Right. Oh, I'm not happy. But a man would stay. So what she's saying is a lot of times that it's just not because of the situation, but women are going through a life change, and some women don't realize that they're actually going through a life change hormonally. And this is after, ladies. I think this is after, or it may be going through your menopause. I'm not for sure, but I think that's something that y'all may want to think about. I saw it on one of the social media sites, Aqua Woman. So you say you don't agree. Okay. So why don't you agree? I would like to know why don't you agree, Aqua Woman? I'm gonna see, can I bring Aqua Woman on here if she would come? Hey, Aqua Woman. Hey.
Hello, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
We can.
Wait, let me put y'all stuff on. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Not collect my thoughts, but I do not agree with it being hormonal issues. I do feel like women, we go through a lot. I'm 46, so I'm probably, going through hormonal changes at this time, but that wasn't the reason I divorced my ex-husband. So
okay, so was it? But but women in your age, because she's saying 70%, and when I did look it up, the number was not 7%; it was like 68 to 72%. So, what would you attribute to the 72% or 68% of women over 40 do file for divorce and not the man?
Well, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
And for me, it definitely wasn't.
It wasn't that
going on with me and everything that she just described.
Okay.
So my issue is totally different. And I've talked to other women,
and
I just in my group, my circle group, I've never heard that. This is the first I'm hearing of women divorced for hormonal reasons.
Okay.
So I think more to it than what she's saying.
Okay, so let me ask you then, Aqua Woman. Welcome to the show. Why do you think there's such a high number of women over 40 that file for divorce?
Well, I'm gonna speak to my situation. I know for me, I wasn't willing to put up with what my husband at the time was dishing out. And I've spoken on this show before, and I've shared that he was a really mean individual. And I think it was because he was struggling with, some issues of a job loss, which, leads into him not having money and, lack of confidence and all the things that men go through when dealing with an issue like that.
Uh-huh.
So for me, I was, trying to be as supportive as I could possibly be, but I just felt like I wasn't able to help him. So I can only speak to my issue and why I agreed to the divorce.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So, because it goes into the other topic that I wanted to talk about anyway, is like, okay, so is it okay in a marriage, Aquawoman, to change your mind? Like life-changing situations. If you marry somebody and they have a life-changing situation and they decide to change their mind, is that okay?
I do believe that's okay. It's strange that you talk about that because me and my girlfriend, we were just traveling back from Orlando. We took a trip for the weekend, and my sister, she was on the phone, and we were all having this discussion about, issues that goes on in relationships. And, I feel like people do have the right to change their mind. But you have to be open and honest about, what the issue is for you and why you've chosen to change your mind. And you can either, give your partner a chance to work through it, or you can decide to leave. So I do feel like people, because no one is promised to us. And I think, we have to come into relationships realizing that nothing in life is promised to us.
Okay, so, and Erica, I agree with you. A lot of women are misdiagnosed with depression. And Erica also says that her marriage was over in 2011. And she says she thugged it out for 8 years. Cookie says she have a question. I'm single, but I have a question. Okay, Cookie, I don't know if, let me see, can I get you on here? Okay, Cookie, I'm gonna bring you on after Aquawoman. So Aquawoman, so when a person say, I sent you a request, Cookie, so you can come on. But let me ask you this question, Aquawoman. So you said your husband had an issue, your ex-husband had an issue after he lost his job. So that means he changed his mind, correct? His mind started to change after he got
his mind. I just think he was going through a lot, at least because I talk to him every now and then, and the times that we talk, he know how to talk to me. So I think that was more or less the issue. Sometimes men just don't know how to communicate, what it is that they're going through because, I'm a woman. I'm an emotional creature. Most women are, and men, we're just different. And, I really hate that he felt like he couldn't talk to me,
but can we talk about that though? Why did he feel he couldn't talk to you?
Because Joe, he hard like you.
Okay, but why come I feel I can't talk to you, Aquawoman?
I don't agree with it.
Why are you changing your voice when you talking to me? What the hell? You sound like Rocky Balboa. What the hell?
Yeah, hold on. What just happened?
No, not to you, Joe. To her.
See, that's why I want to talk to your ass right there. That BS right there.
Yeah. I have a question. To that lady.
Hey, Cookie. Hey, Cookie, hold on just one, okay? Cookie, hold on just one. Let me finish up with Aquawoman, then I'm gonna come to you, okay? Hold tight. Okay, hold tight. Go ahead and put your microphone on mute for me, if you don't mind. Go ahead, Aquawoman.
What was your question? Because you were asking a question about.
Okay, so why do you think I was not able to talk to you?
So I have no idea because.
Come on, Aquawoman. Yes, you do. Why do you think your husband was not able to talk to you?
So I'm very open for the most part. And my ex-husband, he should have known he could have talked to me about whatever the issue was he was going through. Even now, like if I have a conversation with him, he won't really tell me like what it was that he was going through. So I don't know. It's still, kind of a struggle. So it's like, was he really going through anything? Or, did he change his mind and really want out of the relationship?
And see that, and that's where I was going with the question I'm asking you, right? Because when a man or a woman that say they got married, right, and y'all love each other, why is it I can't talk to you about something, and because I can't talk to you about something, it ends up in divorce? It's something more there, don't? Wouldn't you say, awkward woman?
I would say that sometimes whatever the issue might be, sometimes I feel like men feel that we as women can't handle the truth, and that's not the case for every single woman.
True.
Like my ex-husband, he knew I was very supportive of him. You know, even when he went through the job loss the first time, because he was in the oil industry at the time, and you guys, if you know anything about the oil industry, it's up and down.
I do. My brother worked on it. My brother is in the oil field up in Louisiana.
Yeah, so when he lost his job the first time around, I don't know, it's like I just took control and I did whatever I felt like I could do, and I knew he felt powerless. I mean, we were living in almost a $300,000 home. He was the breadwinner. He made more than I made, so I couldn't just take over, you know, everything. And I think that made him feel less than a man. And I mean, that was my first time ever being married, and all I knew to do is, you know, put his home into a short sale, you know, that way he can still use his VA benefits, you know, and I tried to provide him with as much support, but then I don't know, you know, I don't know what his traumas were, his childhood trauma, or, you know, what he saw growing up in his home. So I don't know.
How long were y'all married?
Struggle with Joe.
How long were y'all married?
We're only married 2 years. We were together 7 and married for 2.
So out of 5 years, you feel, and I'm being messy, but you can tell me to kiss your ass if you want to.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, because I really want to understand this. You was with him for 5 years before you married him, right? So you probably pretty much went through some of everything. And what you're telling me, with all due respect, that you didn't know your husband before you married him. To a point.
Say that I didn't know that part of him because, again, I lived in Orlando apart from him when he was in Texas. So when he moved me to Texas, we still, you know, kind of lived apart because he would go in the oil field and
he's offshore. Yeah.
Weeks, and then he'll come home for like, you know, 7
to 10 days. Yeah, 7 to 14 days. Yeah.
It was good. I was good. He was good. He was making the money. Everything was good. But I think when things were down, things were bad, he couldn't deal with that. Remember,
did he work on the rigs? Was he a tool pusher? Do you know what his job was out there?
He was he was kind of like a he worked in the oil industry, but he kind of had like a leadership role. So
he's probably either the tool pusher or a safety guy out there then. Because you have
he would deal with safety.
He was a safety man. Okay, he was a safety man. Okay. Yeah.
He did work his way up to this safety position.
So he was a safety position. Okay, yeah. Because reason why I know, because my brother was in the oil field for over 20 years. So I know the different positions out there. And it is tough. Here's the thing about the oil field. You make a lot of money, right?
You do.
But what happens in the oil field is the guys that make that money, they think the money is going to be there forever, whether they're capping wells or shipping oil, right? Because you can change from company to company. What happens is a lot of guys get to spending their money and they don't save. Because when you're out the shore, when you're out to sea, you're making, I'm gonna be honest, I think my brother bring home at least $6,000 to $7,000 a month, right? But oil field dried up, you still got the make you work on dock for a little while, for a couple of days, but that's a little bit of money, so that's not a lot for him. So I do understand what he was going through, but I think it sounds like to me, like a woman in your situation, you married a man, have a marriage. And when I say this, it's like y'all did not have a connection because you first lived apart, then he was always gone. And so it sounds like y'all didn't have a really good connection where he could talk or he felt comfortable to talk. Not your fault, not his fault, but that's what it sounds like to me. Am I overstepping my bounds here?
No, I totally agree with you because sometimes I feel like what we divorced for was minor,
Damn,
but then maybe it wasn't, so that's why I say sometimes I feel like maybe I didn't marry the right person. And like I say, sometimes when I talk to him, every now and then, like he still doesn't communicate the why, like, well, if you were going through something, like, what is it that you were going through? So I don't know. I really don't. And I thought I would never see this man cry in front of me or get emotional, but I have. So he felt comfortable enough to show me that part, but just that communication piece.
Okay, can I ask you this question, Dr. Woman? Because a lot of people listen to our show. If you listen to our show, we're talking about marriage. We're talking about, are you able to change gears in the mid-stride? And why may there be, why there's a high percentage over 40 when a woman wants divorce, is 7% women that ask for the divorce. So, Aquaman, I want to ask you this question. Why did you marry him under those terms? Because you live one place, he lived one place. And then when you moved to the place where he was constantly on the go. What made you want to uproot yourself and move to where he was? Was it the financial status of how he was living that you were comfortable you didn't have to continue to do for yourself? Or what was it? Because I don't, was it? Because I'm being honest, I don't hear love. I hear convenience.
So when I met this man, I had my own home. I owned my own home. He did not own a home. So I married him. I mean, I did love the man. Don't get me wrong, but he loved me.
Okay.
So he was the first man in my life that I felt loved me. So, and he loved me for me. I could be myself around him. He was a good provider. Even when he did, uproot me from Orlando and he moved me to Texas. I had a daughter. My daughter was only 14 years old at the time. So I still had a responsibility. I still kept my home in Orlando. I just hired a management company and rented it out. So I still had my own responsibility. So I was not with him for his money.
Okay.
I'm never going to be with a man for his money.
I like that.
I can take care of myself. I just love the way he treated me. And we had a lot of fun times.
So how did he treat you that made you want to uproot from Florida to go all the way to Texas? So tell me, what does that look like for him? Because I want to know how to be able to get a woman to leave a state and come to another state. How did he do that?
What do you mean? How did he do that?
He just couldn't be knocking. He just could be knocking the bottom out of it. You move your house and put it with a financial company. Move your daughter all the way to Texas to the Longhorns. Okay. So he had to be doing more than just kissing and sending and giving you some roses and knocking the bottom out. Come on. What did he do, Aqua Woman? Talk to your boy. I'm your friend. I ain't nobody listen but me and you.
He did what a man was supposed to do.
Like what?
He was nice to me. I mean, like I said, this man accepted me for who I was. And maybe I shouldn't have married him for the reason I did, but I was told this by an older lady once. Basically what she said is, and my mom told me this too, love a man that loves you. You know, even though you may not have these feelings for him now, the love will come.
Whoa. Now, I ain't with that, Aqua Woman. That's some BS.
No, I believe that's BS. Because I know of women who have been married 20, 30 years, and when they started out, the marriage wasn't, all love and butterflies, but they're still married to this day. So
Go ahead, nephew. You get some of it because you know where I'm feeling on it. Go ahead, nephew.
Hey, Aqua Woman, how you doing? I was gonna shut up today. I'm good. The only thing I have a question is because you said they still together to this day and stuff like that. My question would be, I ask why put yourself through a situation where y'all clearly didn't match in the beginning just because
I can barely hear you, nephew. So I don't know if you're not speaking into the mic, but
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Speak
Can
a
you
little
hear me
bit.
now?
Go ahead, speak a little bit.
Hello?
Can you hear him now?
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, she can hear you now.
I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just asking why go through all of that with somebody and y'all didn't match like that in the beginning. It kind of sounds like you're forcing it, or like people that do take that approach would force it.
What do you mean I'm forcing him?
No.
We
I didn't.
In the beginning, as far
Miss
as
Aquawoman. I didn't say you forced him. I said with the idea, because you said that women sometimes we get told that, you know what I mean, even in the beginning, if y'all don't like each other like that, there's something else down the road. My only question was for the approach, not with your own personal situation. I was like, if I'm taking that approach with it, why force it if I don't like you initially, or we're not on the same page initially?
Well, I like my ex-husband initially. So when we met face to face, we were introduced through a mutual friend, and we talked on the phone for months. And when we saw each other face to face, there was an instant attraction. Now that could be because we were, having a conversation over the phone. I don't know, but when he came to my house and I opened the door, I was attracted to him. He was attracted to me. So
it didn't apply to you.
It was forced.
Okay.
So it didn't apply to you. You kind of just threw me off when I heard that, though.
Okay, because it threw me off. So y'all had a natural attraction.
It didn't apply to her.
So y'all had a natural attraction.
I talked to him. All I saw was a picture of him. He saw a picture of me through a mutual friend. And we actually, my friend, this guy friend that I'm talking about, we had been friends for many, many years. And I'll never forget, we went out, we were hanging out, and his friend called, who was my ex-husband, and he put me on the phone, and I told him, I really can't hear you, so I'll call you later. I didn't call him for a whole year.
Oh my God.
So when I did call him back, we talked on the phone for months without physically seeing each other.
Uncle Woman got that good.
We just had chemistry over the phone. Like, to me, it was different than.
Yeah, I get you, Uncle Woman. Uncle Woman got that good. Yeah.
Okay, Joe, stop being mannish.
I know, right? You can't.
Listen,
you can't take him nowhere.
You ain't got to take me nowhere. I'm just being honest, bruh. This man said, I'm going to take her from Florida and bring her up to the Longhorn State. I want her. Okay, Uncle Woman. Okay. So, Cookie, I know you hear Cookie. I think Cookie wanted to ask you a question, Uncle Woman. So, Cookie, what's your question?
Okay, you just answered my question, Uncle Woman. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you straight up in a good way, not in a bad way. So don't be offended.
Okay.
Okay. My is I hear you, and I have a feeling that you didn't love him. That's my opinion. You didn't love him. You loved the other guy, and you married him just to be with money or one sex. You had a connection with him in some kind of way, but you didn't really love him. You didn't really love him.
Okay. So
You see what I'm saying?
okay, I think
what
we
I'm
understand,
saying?
and I want everybody to understand that Cookie is handicapped, so please be everybody bear with her. But Cookie, I think what you're saying is that she's saying that she loves him, but you feel that if she really loved him, that a woman would actually stay with the person through the trials and tribulations.
No, not stay, because it's you can stay with a woman because my sister had menopause and was going through menopause.
Okay.
So she had a change of life, and my father called my mom and said, "What the hell is going on?" She gets quiet and stuff, and my mom go, "Oh my Lord, she had a change of life." They've been married for a long time.
Okay.
In 1976.
Okay.
And he just passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
So it's and she got she went to the doctor and everything was fine. You can be it's how long you've been with each other and compromise and all that
Okay.
stuff.
Gotcha.
If the lady say, "Oh, I just been with this guy for 7 years, and I moved with him. He not communicating with me. You should have known that he not a communication.
Gotcha.
Or that you should have known that after 7 years. Or that.
That's true.
So she is sorry. She is telling exactly the truth. It's work both ways. You see?
I do.
It's not one-sided.
It is.
And she say, and Joe, you say you didn't say you love him, and now she say, "Oh, I do love him. I don't think you really love him.
Okay.
You like him. You like him."
Okay, but Cookie, hold on, hold on now, hold on, because I got to stop you right there. You can think that, but if Aqua Woman says she loved him, we cannot challenge what she feels. I understand what you may think, but she was in that relationship that was her husband. So on face value, I got to take what she felt for her. If she say I love my husband, I'm going to have to say Aqua Woman loved her husband. We can have our opinion and disagree on that, but let's not say that, you know what I'm saying, that she didn't love her husband. We cannot say that. That wouldn't be fair, Cookie. That's your opinion, but that's unfair.
That she loved him, but not in love with him.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that's an opinion, because it sounds like what she's saying is I was in love with him, but there was some issues. So like I said, I understand what you're saying, but on this show, let's be fair. We was not in that marriage. She knows what she felt. We can only think about that. Okay, so I'm going to go side with Aqua Woman. If she said I was in love with my husband, I'm going to have to take her at her word for that.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I disagree with you.
That's fine.
Know her, but I listen to her carefully.
That's good.
And I'm knocking her down.
I understand. Everybody's entitled to their opinion on the show, but I'm going to disagree with you. And like I said, it's cool for us to disagree. Love you. Thank you for locking into the show, Cookie. But I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to take a woman that was married to the man. If she says she loved her husband or a man say he loved his wife, I'm going to go out and say that I'm going to listen to them first before I listen to someone else's opinion who just met them today. And like I said, I love you, but I'm going to take her opinion over yours this time.
Okay. And you can. And I'm not saying that. And I'm not knocking you down.
I know.
I respect that.
Exactly. Cookie, thank you so much for coming on to the show, baby girl. We know we love you.
I love you too.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Aquawoman, go ahead.
Okay, Joe. So I do appreciate you for saying what you said. I have very thick skin. So, like you said, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I know I love my ex-husband. I still have love for him right now to this day. So just because we had problems,
right,
that does not mean I did not love him.
Right.
I mean, I still have a relationship with this man, and it may not be the relationship we once had, but I still have respect for this man, and I'm never ever going to say anything bad about him. But
I love that.
It was, it was not the perfect relationship,
right?
But it was fun when it was fun, and I'm the type of woman, there are just certain things that I am not going to tolerate.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Aquawoman. With everybody listening to the Joe Lockett Show today, it's 3 minutes after hour. We got the beautiful Aquawoman in the building. Her and I on 2 different pages, but on the same page at the same time. Go figure that out. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Okay, so Aquawoman, knowing what you know now, hindsight in 2020, right? With this man that you was in love with, you got married to. How many years was y'all married?
2.
You married for 2 years. You knew him for 7 years, correct? Y'all knew each other for 5 years. Y'all were together for 7 years. You knew him for 5. You got married. You married for 2. Gotcha. So right now it's 2024. Okay. Let me ask you this question, because a lot of people listening to our show today, nephew. Okay. I'm going to say this. They found themselves in this situation, right? Where something didn't click. A man lost his job or a woman lost her job, and things didn't quite work out because they fell in depression, denial, lack of communication, whatever the case may have been. Aquawoman, I'm going to put you on the hot seat on a Messy Monday. Need to ask you this question, baby girl. What could you have done better, or what could he have done better to save the marriage, or could you have saved the marriage?
You know what I honestly feel like?
Talk to me.
The therapy, I really feel like that would have helped, but he was against going to therapy, and I did not know how to fix the relationship by myself.
So I'm going to be open and honest. I think I've said this before, Aquawoman. That was a bad part of my marriage too. I would not go to therapy. Now, let me ask you this question seriously, Aquawoman, and anybody listening, fellas, y'all can chime in. Do you believe therapy would have fixed your marriage?
I honestly believe it would have, but he wasn't willing to talk to, and I'm not going to say what he would say when I would bring it up.
I know what he would say. I ain't going no goddamn. I know what he say. I ain't going no goddamn therapist. I don't need that. Why the hell I need somebody to tell me? Why I need somebody to tell me when I can sit here and talk to you? Because I said it.
No, he didn't say that part, but he didn't want people in his business.
Well, okay. I don't need nobody know my damn business, right? It's between me and you. Why come we can't talk it out? We hard-headed. And the question would be, why come we can't? But see, you got to understand. Well, you don't have to understand, but we as men, you want us to be leaders, right? We don't feel we lead if we sit in a therapist's office. Think about what I'm saying now, Aquawoman. Everybody listening. If you want me to be that leader, I don't feel like a leader if I got to sit here and say I need help. Now, everybody say they need help, but as men, and I'm just going to say for me, I was never taught to go get help on some mental issue. I was not taught to get help. I was taught to get help if I got messed up really bad and I couldn't move, or I had to go to the hospital, I would go. But if I didn't have to go to the hospital and I can tough it out, I would say, handle your business. You're a man, suck it up. So for you saying to me to go to see a therapist about a problem that I can sit there and talk to you about, that's like saying that I'm less than a man. Now, I know what y'all saying in 2024, but that ain't the way I was raised.
But he couldn't even talk to me, so...
Because we was not raised. When did your daddy talk to your mom about his problems? We didn't. I'm being honest. In the 70s, we were not raised like that. Daddy did not tell mama his problems.
But hold on, Joe.
I feel like that's definitely the issue. I can't speak to other races, but that whole therapy issue is a thing in the Black community, and
it is. It is.
So I don't know what could have saved our marriage, because he didn't. To me,
I'm gonna tell you what would have saved the marriage, Aquawoman. Honestly, is not. This is for me, and I'm saying it because from me, because I went through it, right? And you tell me what you think about this. I need you, Aquawoman. Okay, ladies, I need y'all to hear me on this. If you're dealing with this, I need you to connect with me first, and not tell me what I need, and that may take a while. Because you're trying to break a generation of the way I was raised, right? So I need you to connect with me as my wife, as my friend, where I trust you enough to see your side. Because when you're telling me when we're in trouble that you want me to go do this, and I haven't seen this anywhere else in my life, that's foreign to me. And so y'all may not want to hear this, ladies, but I'm telling y'all, as a man, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to lose you. And y'all would say, well, that's okay if you lose me, if I lose me, because you need. I find somebody else that will. You don't. Because my man instinct saying that I don't need it. It is, and I'm gonna say this, like y'all said, it's my job to protect you or do whatever it is as a man. I think it's a woman's job to also recognize that her man don't know what the hell he's talking about.
But Joe,
that's kind of weird, though. It's kind of weird.
For months, and if I cannot communicate to you or try to figure out what the issue is myself, how am I supposed? I mean, like, I felt like I was in this relationship, almost like I'm talking to a brick wall. So, that begins to take a toll.
It does.
Everyone, man, woman, hormonal.
It does.
Whatever the situation is.
It does.
That begins to take a toll on you mentally. And I'm a teacher, so, I'm dealing with a lot on my job. He's giving me the silent treatment. And even though I tried to keep things like normal, I was do my wifely duties, cook, come home, clean. Like, he had completely shut down.
Right.
We had 2 dogs, so I was a dog mom.
Right.
He wasn't even taking care of the dogs. Like, I had to, be this parent to these 2 dogs that I didn't even ask for.
Understand.
I mean, he been shut down sexually, and I don't tell a whole lot of people that, because to me that's awkward, because men do the opposite.
Right.
He told me he did suffer from PTSD because he was in the military.
Right.
But still, like, that's a lot on a person.
So let me ask you, okay, so with that Aquawoman, let me ask you this now. I understand exactly what you're saying, and I don't think you're wrong in your thinking. Now, let me put this on the other side and flip the script for women listening to the show. You get sick. You're going through menopause. Menopause take you down through it. You suffer depression because of menopause. After menopause is over, now you're going through something that you cannot control. Should I now, at some point, say, because it's taking me through it and I'm taking on the whole household and I'm doing everything, at some point, should I say now this ain't working for me because you done shut down sexually and everything else because of whatever you're going through mentally or physically, at some point over a year or 2 years or 3 years, I'm not getting nothing from you. I should leave my wife.
Well, you did ask me that question in the beginning, and I did say that yes, people do have the right to change their mind. We cannot control, the other person.
But is that marriage? Is that for the better or for worse, though? That's what I'm asking.
Right.
See?
And I honored my vows, but not being able to fix my ex-husband, not being able to fix. But I mean, how can I fix something that I don't know? And yes,
sometimes sometimes cancer is not fixable, right? A mental illness is not fixable sometimes. So should I leave you?
That's not a fair comparison.
No. I'm going to the extreme because it's messy Monday. But I'm saying this because this is marriage. So when you're going through these things, and Aquawoman, this is just a conversation. I'm not pinging. You did what you and your husband did was what was best for you. So don't think I'm knocking you, but I like to have this conversation because for better or for worse is what the marriage is, right?
Both of y'all got to be willing to do that, though.
Right. But sometimes one person is not able to. If you suffer with depression, my ex-wife suffered with depression. There were times that she was just not there.
But I got that point. But Joe, you can only fight as hard as somebody else is willing to fight with you.
But sometimes they can't fight.
Sometimes they can't fight, but it's noticeable that they can't fight.
So it's your job to fight as their spouse.
This is what I mean by that, Joe.
Okay.
If you're going through something mental illness wise or even health wise, or shoot, maybe it's just a point where you don't think it's a fight to be had and you can't fight that point. It's usually very obvious that you can't fight. It's not a choice. Some of y'all like to talk in a way where it's not a choice, and it clearly is.
There's always a choice.
It's always a choice. And for some situations, like it's nuanced to everything.
Right.
But for some situations, sometimes when I hear that from some guys that I grew up this way and yada, yada, yada. Well, yeah, you grew up that way and nobody's going to diminish any of that because however you grow up, that's how you grow up. But at a certain point, like how y'all always like to say, you're grown, you know what, man. And I don't think it's because the therapy thing, how it's been talked about even throughout the years till now is part of the reason why it's viewed so heavily like that.
Okay.
Everybody didn't want to have folks in their business, but at a certain point, when you start hearing folks was going to therapy, oh, you less than a dude. And that was how it was talked through dudes. Women didn't even have to do that. So at a certain point in your marriage, and it's just me, I ain't never been married, so you take all this with a grain of salt. But I don't think it's, if you're not able to work with somebody because they don't want to work with you, or they're making it a point not to do anything, I don't see that as you're not doing your part. Your partner at a certain point has to move past where they at in order for y'all to grow somewhere else. I get you say sometimes, what if your person don't do it? Well, if they don't do it, I think it's completely justifiable for the person that's giving everything into the relationship to think, godly, what am I doing this for? Am I really willing to waste unhappiness to try to be happy with somebody?
I'm the guy who gave up on marriage. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. What I'm saying, I'm just being difficult today. But but seriously, for Aquawoman, for you, for everybody listening to the show,
because I think that's gender.
But I'm just saying, regardless of what it is, this is the question I got for myself and everybody, right? And it's truthfully, because I don't have the answer. What is marriage? What do you fight for? Because it sounds like once I get tired of fighting, I'm out of here. I did my part. I did the most as I could. I don't want to do this no more. I'm out. So again,
but Joe,
what is marriage?
I would think you're fighting for whoever it is that you love and that you want to spend your life with. But if they're at some point, they don't have it.
They can't or don't. They can't. If you're depressed with PTSD, bro, you can't.
Joe, all of these are not. I can't do anything.
No, but we talking about this specifically. Like he was going through depression because he lost his job. No, men are suffering with PTSD. Women suffer with PTSD. I'm talking about the situation where you cannot. That means you're mentally ill. You cannot. But because you cannot, as a man or a woman, at some point your wife or your husband say, "Hey, I did as best as I could, and I walk away." My question is, I walked away. So I listen, I'm with y'all. What I'm saying is, what is marriage the institution for real, if we walk away from a person that's ill?
Then you walked away from somebody that's ill.
Because like what you just said, you do have to fight for yourself too.
Okay.
And me, he was not, I was fighting for us. So, I mean, I'm a very humble person, and there were times where I would be frustrated with this man because of the way he was behaving. And maybe at the time when I look back, maybe I didn't fully understand what he was going through because he was not communicating, but he wasn't so withdrawn and depressed to the point where he couldn't give just a little.
And the reason why I'm laughing at that awkward woman, because but you know, but awkward woman, come on now. When we in these situations in marriage and girlfriends and boyfriends, we get frustrated, right? And everybody go into their own corner. Let's be fair here, right? And that own corner turns into wood walls. At some point, it turns into brick walls, and now you live in the same house with somebody that got brick walls around them. And it's very tough to get through those brick walls, right? And I guess what we're saying is nobody have to go through this stuff if they feel that they need to leave. And I agree with what everybody's saying, because I know at some point I'm gonna give up too. My question is, what is marriage and the vows we are taking? Do not say for better or for worse, because it seems like when the worst comes, it's only for how much worse I can take. I can take all the good, but how much work I can take, Joe Lockett gonna walk away at some point. That's all I'm asking.
Would you be wrong in doing that?
Yes, I would, because I lied on my vows, and I was wrong with what I did. I was for my marriage. I'm going to be totally honest. If you said for better or for worse, right? It's for worse, and you're now in the worst.
Were you not willing to go through that worse?
Well, no, I wasn't. I signed the paper, so no, I wasn't. Like I said, I'm part of the problem, but I'm asking, why are we saying this in marriage when we don't do it? We do it to a point when we get tired and we're suffering, it begin to bother us. We say, okay, enough is enough. I'm out. I don't know if we're right or wrong on that, but I'm just saying, when you say worse, but Joe, you won't leave your baby at the worst moment.
It's not a baby. That's not a baby. We can't compare that to
yes, you can. For me, yes, you can.
No, you can't, because you're dealing with another person. Yes, in your corner, you might have felt like that. For however it is, your worst came in. But guarantee you there's another worse on the other side. That's why y'all made the vows. It has to be reciprocal on both sides.
Send D don't have enough followers. Send D a link.
A link.
Send her a link to get on the show.
Yeah, I got you.
People try to communicate what they're.
You should be able to. The old girl was able to come in.
She got no followers.
No, she didn't. She had like 100.
D cannot. I can't bring D in.
In the ring, fighting by yourself, it's not gonna work because you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be worn out.
I'm gonna send you an invite, D.
You're in a real physical fight, and somebody's going to give up. So
okay.
I don't know.
Aquawoman, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, baby. I'm with you. Okay. I couldn't have done it either. I can't put it away. Right. I'm giving you a hard time. I'm putting you on the spot here, but I did the exact same thing. When it came to and somebody wanted the hell out, I said, okay, I'm out of here. But you get what I'm saying, though. If we're talking about real marriage here, and it,
I don't think what you feel, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, when you're married, and if the shoe is on the other foot, say you going through depression, Joe Lockett, you going through depression, right? How long do you want somebody to stay for you when you can't fight for yourself?
I would want them to stay for as long as I'm going through it. But you know what I also will do? I have to be accountable for how I move in my depression. But I can't just hold up. But that's not taking accountability. That's not taking accountability.
This is what I mean.
That's not taking accountability at all,
bro.
Because
I've never suffered with this. But I'm telling you,
Joe,
what I've been told, when you are going through this, bro, you cannot fight for your own self.
You can't, Joe. Nobody's taking away the depression factor, but how you treat folks through your dark times speak on you too.
It doesn't if you can't. If
Joe,
if they're treating everybody,
because hold on, because we'll
have you ever been with somebody depressed?
Joe, I've been depressed. I've been through that.
I mean seriously depressed.
Yes.
Like they can't get out of bed.
Yo, my mom suffered through it. I know exactly.
Did you leave?
No, Joe.
Did she leave you?
Guess what she will tell you? I did handle my depression and being in it a wrong way with a lot of people.
Yes, but
That is
say that again.
That's taking
Say
accountability.
it again.
But she didn't say I could. Oh, I had no wherewithal with what I was doing.
That's after.
She didn't
That's
say
after. When she was
Joe,
going through it, she couldn't.
going through it is fine. I'm not.
That's
saying,
all I'm talking about.
Joe. But we're not going to ignore people that go through it and go on the other path.
I love
and
you.
how they handle it.
I love you.
How they handled it. That's all I'm talking about. The hindsight.
I love you, nephew.
Yeah, I got you. Ain't nobody chill, dude.
I just want you to know we ain't arguing today.
Oh my God. Nobody's taking it like that. No, but I'm just saying, man,
Right.
like after hindsight is the fact. Yeah, I sent it.
He sent you a link, D.
Hindsight is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going through it. Going through it, you're not going to be able to see half of anything that you're doing.
Right.
But you do after you get past it, or when you get to a lighter side, you do have to address how you were treating and how you were dealing with people in the midst of that.
Okay.
Because people can't help somebody that ain't willing to help themselves.
Okay.
And if I handled somebody dirty, which I did, I can't just, oh, well, I was depressed, so you should. No. Hell no.
Okay, Trissy. Trissy want to come in. Trissy, what you got?
And I got her in over here.
Hey, Trissy, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was on.
Yeah, you locked in. Go ahead. I saw your question. Go ahead.
1 sec, D. I just got you in.
Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Uncle Woman.
One person at a time. I was just feeding back on what the young lady was saying. She said she's only been in it like a total of 7 years with a particular person, and that to me is not enough time. I've been with this man for 26 years, and all the things that she just said, I've been through it, and so I got fed up with it, and then I just started doing my own thing. So in the 26 years marriage, and then 10 years ago, I decided if he's not going to change, let me change some things. So I went to go see if the grass was greener on my own and came back and tell him. So to see if he was going to change, but 26 years ago, he put his hands on me. And mind you, he's a sheriff over here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Lord.
And he was a deputy before 26 years ago, just starting. So for him to go to counseling, I had to put him in jail 3 times in the beginning of our marriage.
Wow.
And that's the only time this black man, he's 60 now, he's retired from the force, military background, PTSD, all the military situation, whatever. So my point is that what she was saying, the only time a black man went to counseling, to me, out of this man right here, 26 years, because someone forced him to go. And I do believe in counseling. And I went myself 6 times. And then the only time he went is because he was forced to go.
Right.
He was forced to go to make the marriage work. And then this is my second husband. And then my first husband, right out of high school, right from my parents' home, I'm a preacher's kid, the oldest of 5. But when I left there.
Oh, you said you're a preacher's kid?
No, he was.
Oh,
he was.
Oh, he was bad as hell then.
I am.
Oh, you're a preacher's kid? Oh, you bad as hell then.
Yeah,
you managed.
You gonna put that on her jacket?
Man, preacher's kids are bad.
41 years old.
Preacher kids are bad.
I was the one that I know preacher kids are normally bad, but I was too scared of my dad. And my dad was, I was scared of my dad, my uncles, all of them.
Okay.
So they told us not, and me and my sisters, was 3 of us. We did not do nothing, but my cousins, that was Jehovah's Witnesses, they was bad as hell.
Okay.
They got kids in high school. None of my sisters have kids in high school. We didn't,
That's good.
when we got to college. So anyway, so we're military. I'm military. He's military.
Thank you for your service.
We had problems already when we got into marriage, but the only time that man went to counseling is because the white man, you want to say white man, you want to say the man made him go.
Thank you, HR babe.
That's what she was talking about. She was talking about need counseling. So we went to counseling 6 times, and every time he had an excuse. But the first 3 times, it was forced because he went to jail, and they said go into anger management. That's the only time he went. He didn't learn nothing. He was good for those 6 months, and he went back into his ugly ways.
Right.
So, and then he's 60. So, I'm 51. So we're older, mature people now. But when we were in our 20s, I was just agreeing with her. And then when I felt that a couple of years in, we have the 3 girls and 1 boy now. He's 11. The oldest is 31.
Okay.
But he didn't do nothing for the girls. So he said, "You do for the girls," and I did for the girls. Now we got a boy. He's still not doing nothing. So, and then I taught him how to stand up to pee, the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can sometimes have that particular man in
Right.
the home.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be a single mom because I felt like a single mom in the home with him, even though he was there.
Understood.
The kids just see his face. And he'll come home and go to sleep. He's doing 16 hours, 18 hours, whatever he's doing. So he'll come home and just go straight to sleep.
Let me ask you this question. When do you think you lost your husband?
When I lost him, or when I lost, when I stopped loving him.
Well, what?
10 years ago.
Two questions then. 2-part question.
Yeah.
When do you think you lost your husband, and when did you stop caring?
I stopped caring probably like when I went under another man.
Okay.
And I went under another man 10 years ago.
Okay. When do you think you lost your marriage?
To have a husband, a boyfriend, and something else, right?
Right.
So I was asking him, let's do something spicy because the bedroom was so it wasn't even fun to have sex with him.
Right.
So I was like, well, let's spice it up. He was not agreeing of that at all. And so I just took it upon myself 10 years ago. Let me go. And then when I did go out to see if the grass is greener, I had the best time of my life.
So did you get a divorce, or you still married?
I'm still married.
Do your husband know what you did?
I told my husband.
He's okay with it?
He's not okay with it, but when I do go back, I'm living by myself now. And so when I do go back home, I just been living by myself as a single mom, a single person for 1 year. From May of last year to this May of this year. I'm still single. So I'm asking for a divorce because I feel like we shouldn't be together because I'm still go out because you're still going to be the same person. He's still the same person.
Okay. So with that being said, the other question I asked, when do you think you lost your marriage? Not I know you did. When did y'all lose each other?
I don't think he still loves me. I think
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is, when did he stop wanting to be affectionate, be responsible, not have sex with you? When did y'all lose that part?
He still does. Still does. But
But I'm saying there was a time before you went out and cheated, right? There was a time before that he made you feel like you had to, correct?
Yeah, he's very forceful.
Right. So where did y'all lose the connection of I love you, you love me, it's just you and me? When did that happen for y'all?
Probably like we had a good 7 years.
Okay.
So
what do you think?
And then after that, when he put his hands on me, when he put his hands on me, the love was
that part.
When I first met him.
Yeah.
And then he put his hands on me, and then he went to counseling, he went to jail. He went to his own his own jail over here. But anyway, it just to me is like the amount of love for that person went down.
That went out the one. Okay, so when he put his hands on you and he thought that was okay and he could get away with it, and you seen there was really no punishment or no fixing, that's when y'all lost each other. Gotcha. And all reason,
for him, he still loved me. Like he still
so this is the question I got to ask you this. Okay, so
yes, sir.
Can you be very transparent with the audience here today?
I really am.
Okay, so I do not understand when someone says a man put his hands on me, right? And then in the next breath, you can easily so calmly say, yes, he still loves me. Explain that to me, because I don't. Because I grew up in domestic violence. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you, that's not love.
It's not wrong.
It's not love. That is not love.
Right.
So when you say you're telling us that he loves you, and you saying that he put his hands on you, and I'm asking you, what make you say that he loves you?
I'm saying it is domestic violence love, the way you're saying it to him, but he doesn't think so. He doesn't. In his head, he thinks it's love.
What do you think?
So I tell it to him. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to the pastor. I'm telling everybody, you know, I'm telling my family. My family adores him because he got the good job, you know, like that. So I'm telling him, this is not love. The whole, what? Yeah, I'm telling him.
So
this
why
is
did
not
you?
love.
So why? So
I left. I
Okay.
left, and he asked and forced me to come back.
and you came back? Why?
And I came back because of my kids. My kids were little. I only had the first two, and they were little.
Okay, so Tristan, I got to ask you this question. When women tell me this,
Yeah. I came back 6 times.
okay, so you know what you're sounding like on this show today, right? And I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be harmful or mean, but
I'm trying to get some answers. Go ahead.
well, no,
Let me know.
I'm asking because
Like,
women
I'm
say these things, and people think when people say this stuff that I be
my son
lying,
tells me that.
right? So you keep going back, knowing what it is, right? So when you go back, is it because you don't have money? Is it because you
Right.
love him? Because and
I'm just
don't take me
working.
wrong when I say
I
this.
was a
I
stay-at-home
don't think you're
mom.
going back for the kids. I think that's an excuse.
It could be because I didn't have no money. I was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
now working.
Okay. So you went back for safety and convenience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't marry him for love. I married him for money.
Okay. All right. Well, everything. Okay. So thank you for being honest, because when I have these conversations, a lot of people, be putting all this facade out there, right? And like I said, when you get to the root of the problem, it is more to it most times than what it said. But okay, since you said what you said, we get it. I'm going to say, I wish you the best. I hope whatever your situation is, we're going to pray for you and hope that, these things work out in your best favor. I'm sorry that you're going through this, but you're only going to walk away. What I tell you this, Tristan, that I know for a fact, you're only going to walk away when you are fed up. So
that's why I'm single by myself now, because I was so fed up.
Okay.
Years later,
Uh-huh.
And then I have the strength. I opened my own trucking business. I took some money that I stored away, and I have my own place. Yeah, I'm my own.
Well, congratulations. Well, congratulations on that, baby girl. Thank you for sharing your story of triumph, going through stuff. What made you strong? Before we go to the next guest, what made you strong?
What made me strong is when I started reaching out. When I started reaching out, I'm a praying person. When I reached out and didn't know I could do it, and then I did meet a guy that's helping me not to get out of my marriage, but to help me with my trucking business. So he was more encouraging, and you can get your LLC, you can get your your operator situation, and
So somebody believed in you.
Dispatch. My husband was not for me to be independent at all.
So somebody you found somebody that believed in your dream and was there to help you and not criticize and denigrate you. Okay.
Right. And he wound up being my best friend.
Okay.
And then he wound up being my boyfriend, but we couldn't date to each other because we both truckers, and you know how that is.
Right.
Out there in the streets.
Right.
Yeah. So I realized I just want him as a friend. And he was more supportive. He was supportive in the 5 years I've been knowing him. And my husband was for the whole 26. So I'm like, this got to be something wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
So he at the beginning he encouraged me to stay in my marriage, but he didn't know anything. And then when I started telling him things, he's like, okay, you need to get out of there, because it was more mental.
Right.
More mental than anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I'm out now, but my husband's still like, I come to my house right now. I just got off, dropped my truck, and came home in my car. And my husband still wants me to come. When you're coming home, I'm like, I'm not. He's been asking for a whole year. I'm like, you need to go find somebody. And so he's. I don't think he's ever cheated on me, but I've cheated on him plenty of times, and I'm not enjoying the streets, but I've never been single. I went from marriage to another marriage, from my first marriage, from the high school, from coming from my parents' home, going to the first husband to the second husband. So I've never been single.
So I'm gonna say this to you, Tristy.
All that stuff.
Okay, so let me say this to you, right? And you can take it with a grain of salt, throw it in the trash once you get off the show.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to you because I've been through what you're going through, not to the extent, but to a point, right? And I'm gonna say for you, once you finally get a divorce from your husband and it's legal, take some time to heal for
That's
yourself.
what I'm doing now.
You know what I'm saying? Take time from men, sleeping, talking,
Right.
because if you do not do that, you're going to find yourself in the same situation that you just
I
left.
did with the best friend. That's what you just said. I was trying to do that with the best friend. And then I seen that. So now this year, when starting in January,
Mhm.
January that just passed, I have not done nothing with nobody.
Mhm.
I still gotta keep him as my friend.
Yeah.
But he just came home just this weekend. I'm kind of frustrated. He came home and wanted to do something. I was like, no, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing nothing sexual. We're not doing nothing. I want you as my friend. We need to just talk. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So I'm taking this year.
and I'm telling you, because
I'm doing
any
that.
woman I've ever dealt with being in the single streets, right?
He was the same as my husband.
Yeah,
Same.
a woman
Doing the same
go from
thing.
relationship because y'all find a safety net and you never have a chance to really find out who you are at this stage,
Yeah.
what damage it did to you, and then once you get with somebody and the Disneyland is over and now you're in a relationship, the trauma that you had in your past relationship, it comes out. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I say, for real, you know, and it just me first time meeting you. Welcome to the show. But I'm saying from my personal experience, please think about this. When you finally get away from your husband, drop your friend, cut the connections, the text messages, the emails, even spending time. You need to get to know yourself, right? And figure out what it is, what life looks like for you and your kids. And then when you're ready and you're healed yourself and you're good, then you can invite somebody into your life, because if not, they'll become a pillow to you and you're going to fall into the same travesty that you've been going through for years.
Yes, I agree with you, because that's exactly what we've been doing for the past 4 years. And I'm like, you're acting like, and then when he fussed at me this weekend because I didn't want to do nothing with him, he just came off the road. I'm local. He's over the road. And he just came off the road and just wanted to do something. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing out there. You've been gone for 30 days. I'm like, no. And I'm not going to fuss with nobody that's not my husband.
Well, like I said, you know, listening to you, you're putting yourself in a situation that 9 times out of 10, you're going to wind up doing something. And again, just my advice, you don't know me from nothing. You're not healing.
Just do me. Don't take no phone calls. Don't take
You're not healing as long as you're in communication with somebody that you've been with. You're not healing. Yeah. Okay, that's just my honest opinion. I like I said, you can do what you want to because you're grown, but y'all always talking about men, but y'all always talking about men need therapy, right? And I'm telling sometimes women, y'all need to deal with y'all trauma before you get into another relationship, right? Men need to listen to therapy, but I think women don't need to be with another man or talking to somebody through their problems. You need to be in therapy and by yourself and figure out what the hell you are, who you are, what you want to be at this stage in your life before you get into another relationship and bring that trauma to somebody else. Just my humble opinion.
I hear you. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you and love you. Wish you the best. God bless you too.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's bring Dee in if she's still there.
I'm still here. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Go ahead, baby.
I'm hearing a lot of echo, by the way. I'm gonna say with Aquawoman, I completely agree with her. I hate to say I kind of disagree with you, Joe. Trauma is deep, right? And for men and women. And sometimes, regardless if you're 5 years in, 10 years in, 20 years in, when you have deep trauma, sometimes it doesn't come out until something happens, right? And I can say that, and I'm just speaking for me, and I'm 53 years old, never been married, but I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've gone through things, and Joe and I have, we have a lot of things in common, and one of them is trauma from early childhood. I agree with Joe when he talks about, I was raised in what goes in the house stays in the house. You keep your feelings to yourself. I'm a lot like my dad, strong-willed. It's just I'm the female version of him. I always used to tell him, "You made this, so don't complain. This is what you done." So my point is that what I've learned is the reason why I was the way I was because of that trauma. And just because that's the way we were raised doesn't mean it was right. So I had to learn that as I was growing up in my 20s. I was doing the wrong things. I reacted to things a certain way, stubborn. I'm still a little stubborn, but I do compromise. Um, I tried therapy. I am one of those people that tried therapy multiple times, um, and it didn't work. And I finally figured out I'm in therapy today, and it is working perfectly for me. And I'm going to tell you why. Um, I go through therapy through my work. My work supplies that for free. So I can go through sessions. They want an asset to their company. They really address mental health. And I was able to pick, I wanted someone that was a Christian, that was a woman of color, that was around my age range, that can relate to me, can understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to tell you, Joe, I never thought that this would happen. But when we're talking about this during the chat right now, one of the things she told me is people with our age and our background, we speak of things matter of factly, right? It's completely different when you speak to a therapist. None that's not biased, and take it from me. And I'm stubborn. That's not biased, and actually speak on it. I'm talking about really start from the beginning, and you start talking about things you've never spoken to anybody. I don't care except for God. I don't care what it is. And then you stop, and I stopped, and then I said, Lord have mercy, I never really talked about that. I never really said it. And it's okay to say it. And so once I did that, that was a part of my healing. Now, when it comes to relationships, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not together, trying to put two people from two, I don't care if they have the same background or different background, they may have the same goals, they love each other, but if you have trauma in your life and you don't address it, it's not going to solve it by having marriage counseling. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I feel. Maybe that's kind of. I took a long break after my last relationship because I was fed up, and I knew I had to take accountability. I was part of the problem, right? And I knew that it was affecting not just my personal life, but the way I react to people at work. I had people kind of scared to talk to me. you know, um, some men kind of scared and intimidated to approach me, and I don't want anybody to feel that way. Um, so I will say that therapy helps. I am a person that suffered depression and that still do. I will stay in bed. You haven't seen me on Facebook. I go through those cycles. And when I do go through those cycles, I know what to do. I talk to somebody and talk it through and try to figure out why. What's triggering this?
Can I interject just a tad bit right there, because I want to help our audience, right, to understand, right, what I was trying to say in my immature way with nephew. When you're going through depression, what does it feel like when you're going through it, and then what does it feel like when somebody's trying to help you?
Say that. Say that.
Okay, so if you when you're going through depression, what does it feel like when you're going through depression? And what does it feel like when you hear the person trying to help you, but you don't want them to help you? What does that feel?
Um, it's all about the source for me. Um, I had different cycles of trauma. One of them was the medical thing. Um, I learned that PTSD is not just for people in the military. I suffered through that. There's certain things I can't do um, because of that medical issue I went through. I can't walk without my socks on. I can't sleep good because I'm afraid I won't wake up. I have nightmares, things like that. So I do try to, because of the way we grew up, right, Joe? You don't talk to everybody about that. You keep it in, and you can have a moment where one little small thing where you normally don't set it off, you may set it off that day. And then you have to look upon yourself. But yes, I will. It's hard to talk, and I had to talk to someone that is not my mother, my family, somebody that don't know me, that can understand, talk to you, relate to you, listen to you, and even give you suggestions. They're not telling you what to do. They're saying, well, maybe you ever thought about doing this? It's the approach that maybe you may not get from your friends and your family. Does that make sense?
And I think I want to kind of interject right there one more time, if you don't mind. Like, if someone is going through something, right? If you're married, if you're in a relationship with somebody, and they're suffering loss of job, going through a medical issue, right? What Dee was talking about is that it's the approach, right? When you're going through it, and then you have to be willing to accept. And what happens is when someone is sick or mentally ill or suffering with depression, right? Most people are saying that there's nothing wrong with me. And so you're not diagnosed to be mentally ill. So the person that loves you cannot reach you because they have a block, and it's not them, it's you. And you don't want to realize it because you won't go get diagnosed. The other part of it is your mate recognizing something is wrong with you, and then the mate has to convince you, communicate to you, as Dee so eloquently stated just now. It's the approach of how you telling me that I'm sick. It's the approach of how you telling me that I'm mentally ill. Because I don't want to be told that I'm going through depression. I don't want to be told that there's something wrong with me. Because if something is wrong with me, now I got to deal with something on a whole totally different level. So I've been telling myself I'm not sick, even though I'm thinking something may be wrong, but not what you're thinking. And so how do we deal with that, nephew, D, social media world, in a relationship? I don't have the damn answer. I fail. Let me just be honest. Right? Because I'm hard-headed as hell. I didn't want to be told. I lost family members. I've lost wives. I've lost friends. Because of that, I didn't go to therapy, but because I lost so much, and when I woke up one day, nephew, you know what I realized? Everybody I lost was on my watch. And so it couldn't have been everybody, because they wasn't, the friends and the family weren't related, people in different countries, people in different states. And at some point, it had to be like, okay, damn, Joe, nephew, guess what I had to say? Guess what I had to realize? What I had to.
It was you.
Yeah, man. I had to say, D. I had to say it's probably me. But then you can't go back and tell the people you didn't cussed out or ignored that you're sorry. You just have to try to get better.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Because most of them ain't nobody talking to people. They ain't talking to me no more. They ain't talking to me no more. Bruh, when I burnt the bridge, I threw the Hiroshima bomb in that motherfucker. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can say you're sorry, but ain't no way they ain't gonna hear you. They done blocked my number. They don't want to talk to me no more. It is what it is, but you learn.
I guess so.
But I get what you're saying, D. I think, and this is what I was saying, what D is saying, right? D finally realized she was the problem. And it was way deeper than she actually thought it was. And for her to even come on this show, me knowing her, this is not easy for her to do. So I know her ass got to be in therapy for real. Because D don't tell her personal issues to nobody. Seriously. She is a tough cookie. She holds it all in, and she probably will cry. Like they say, when she go home, she gonna cry. Right? That's D. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't gonna let you see her cry. And for her to be doing this, I'm gonna say thank you, baby girl, and all your beautifulness for sharing that with us today, because I know how difficult it is for you to do that on Open Airways. Thank you.
And I want to say one more thing, and I know I'm echoing. I spoke up today because this topic, and one thing my therapist did say is sometimes, or even at church, sometimes you have to speak your testimony, and it helps someone else. Um, I am one of the ones that my picker was off for a long time. That picker, yeah, we talked about that. You pick the wrong people, and that is true to a certain extent. And then, I'm in a place in my life where I'm drama free. I don't deal with it. No one man or woman should deal with it. And then address your stuff first before you bring somebody else into your fold. I am the same person. I burned some bridges, but they also burnt some bridges with me. Um, you know, um, when I was better. If you can apologize, if you have someone that you can say, I was wrong. If you have someone that you can, and if they don't accept it, that's okay. That's okay. You did your part, right? Because you got to remember, Joe, I'm going to say this because I know y'all almost out of time. I'm going to say this. The things that we go through as children, our parents go through, and where we were taught, it affects our children. It affects our children's children. And I wanted to stop that generational curse at my grandbaby. I wasn't going to let her be around that. So we got to remember that do be the example for your kids. And that's what I'm doing today. So that's all I have to say.
She can't hear you.
D, say that one more time for the people in the.
What did you say, Joe? I'm sorry.
I said, say that one more time for the people in the back. You said be an example.
I was saying be an example for your kids, because I look back in therapy, I look back at my life, and I look at my relationships. And even when I try to talk, you try to talk to your parents, they're not going to want to hear that. And they get defensive. They don't want to hear that. So you do better. You do right. And that's what all that matters, Joe. I think, believe it or not, you may not want to listen to me. I'm your friend. I love you. It does not hurt. And this comes from a person that is stubborn as you are. And I'm telling you, it helps. It really, really helps, Joe.
And I screw the hell up. I am now open to sit down. I'm now open. Okay, so I'm now open, at this stage in my life, if I ever get into another relationship, I am open to having or going through therapy now because I know better and I'm more mature and to understand what it can do. Because a lot of times therapy can be for me, but sometimes because I'm so hard-headed, I'm so stubborn, the person can't talk to me and say the things they need to say. And so therapy is for both of us. So I'm now open. You still
I'm happy. And just remember, I love you. And I just wanted to come on the show real quick. I haven't been on in a minute, but I want to tell you and nephew, I'm proud of you. I love you. And I'll be on soon. Thank y'all.
Thank you, D. Man, this has been a great show, nephew. I don't know how the hell we put out a good inspirational show. Wow.
Mo.
This ain't your type of show. But I think hopefully, man, listening to the show today, honestly, right? Can people change America? Can you change? Can you recognize, a sickness or illness in somebody? Can you stay? Will you stay? How long will you stay? Is it for you to stay? That's not for me to answer on this show within 2 hours.
It's not.
I cannot diagnose your relationship of 4 years, 5 years, 20 years, or 30 years. That's not my job. Our job on the show is to bring the topic to light and give you different options to think about. Share this. Go back, and this show will be pull up on YouTube, be on Facebook, be on Spotify. Listen to it with somebody that you love and ask them what they think. Right? We've got all the questions there for you. All the different moments that you can ask them what do they think. It may help you get through whatever you're going through. Use this show as a tool in your relationship if it's possible for you. We do these shows to help you, right? Because I do want to see people stay in love. I do want to see people fight through mental illness. I do want to see people fight through illness. Sometimes you don't realize, ladies and gentlemen, that you may be the problem. And then your mate may not realize that you are sick. For better or for worse, there are degrees for everybody that you will go through and you won't go through, America. It is not for Joe Lockett to sit here and try to tell you what's your degree, what's your stopping point. I give you a hard time on the show because that's what we do on this show. But at the end of the day, that's between you, your mate, and God. I have nothing to do with that. Only thing I can tell you is that I am for marriage. I am for love. I am for people to work it out if it's possible, as long as it's not physically harming to you. I'm for that. Am I in a space in my life right now where I want to get married, where I want to do that again? Joe Lockett is not in that space. That's not what I want to do right now. Will I ever get back in that space? I do believe I will. But I'm not going to knock people who are doing it. I'm not going to knock and say that love don't exist over 40 or 50, because it does. America, it does. To each his own. Don't listen to me. I've been through my own shit. I got my own traumas. I deal with my stuff the way I deal with it. I don't expect anybody listening to this show on any given day, Monday through Friday, to do what Joe Lockett did. I'm just being open and honest about what the hell I did. It's up to you what you do with your relationship, how you handle your situation, right? Because love is love. Marriage is marriage. You only know why you got married to that person, or why you're in a relationship with that person, or why you're going to cheat on that person. That's up to your ass. That ain't got nothing to do with Joe Lockett. But I do appreciate y'all listening to this show every day to give us an opportunity to talk about the tough conversations, to be messy a little bit, be a little bit entertaining, but also hopefully get you to thinking on different things, on how you can handle stuff and articulate it to your mate. Because sometimes we just don't know. Sometimes you're tired. You ain't got no sex. He ain't talking to you. She ain't talking to you. She done went in the bedroom. You horny as hell. You want to talk to them, but they don't want to talk to you. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm paying bills. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm cleaning the house. I'm washing clothes. I'm washing cars. I'm cutting grass, and this mother sucker don't want to give me none. I get it. It's not easy. Do Joe Lockett have answers? No. We have options. We have different ways to think about it. And I think communication, affection, gift giving, spending time, learning how to meet your mate in the middle, compromise. Those are things that we talk about on the show. Y'all, I thank y'all so much for listening to the show. It's the top of the hour. Time for y'all to go back to y'all families and, spend some time working on some of the stuff that we talked about on the show today. Y'all know how Denise and Joe, and if you feel about it right, what does all that mean? It means that we love y'all. See y'all guys tomorrow. Have a good night.